It's a couple months old, and I have a couple location and industry specific pages. For example, Fremont web design or landscaper web design. I want to rank for mostly location plus web design or industry. I don't know what he's talking about there. But anyway, we'll go ahead and check things out. The thing is there's probably not going to be too much to look at here, considering yeah, not really much is going on in Ahrefs. So our advice is probably going to be just keep going, keep building content, keep building links. But we'll go ahead and check things out real quick and make sure you're on the right track here. And of course, we're not going to be able to show this on the screen, so I'm just going to let you guys look at this screenshot while we are auditing things. Let's see. Website actually looks pretty nice.
Yeah. We can start there though, right? There's nothing going on in Ahrefs. We've got 4 keywords, 11 referring domains. Let's just consider it brand spanking new for those of you viewing. So mainly with this, like what we're going to be able to do is look at on page and give direction there. And so like if I jump into services, it looks just at a glance like you might need a little bit of a touch up on kind of on-page optimization, because here you've got a services page, however it's broad about the services, and then you're kind of injecting what you do in there, which, you know, in my opinion seems pretty confusing. You'd want services as like sort of a hub page with all the services you provide under that hub page, but they'd all get their own individual page, if that makes sense. So maybe break it a little bit further, and then
so for example, so just for a quick example, so you'd want something like /web, like /services, and then from services you'd want like /web design / I don't know, PPC, whatever your other services are, rather than just one that's /services, because as it is right now, your services page, like your on-page SEO, isn't really targeting anything in both like the title and the URL, which are pretty much like the biggest spots that you could target a keyword for. And even your H1, you know, it's not really, it doesn't really look like it's targeting a keyword specifically. Yeah, anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. And then I don't see like a geographic page or anything like that. So, you know, this is local to a certain degree, at least starting off. So I think I'd want to see that in there too.
It looks like the page was designed basically to give people, but not to like rank, right? It looks like if you gave this, like if you're meeting people or like outreaching, whatever, and you gave them the website, like people could understand it pretty easily. But like as far as like ranking on Google, like I feel like that part has kind of been forgotten.
Agreed.
Not really seeing much for like business information on like the bottom and like the footer or anything. It's got a contact page, it's got some info there. I'm guessing he doesn't want to put his address because it's like a service area business, but you're probably going to want to get over that if you're ever going to want to show up on map packs, which you probably are going to want to, because it does look like he's trying to service a specific area, you know, Bay Area, whatever.
No socials either. Like if you go to the contact and click on those, they all go to the same thing. And this is actually under, where is it? Portfolio. Then you go here and it's got these kind of strange Web 2.0 style sites, I guess. I don't really know what this is, but everything is linking.
Looks like it's got some socials. They're linking for me. I'm not sure what you clicked on. Maybe something different.
In the footer? Just
yeah, those little social icons.
Oh, weird. The footer. Okay, so he's got a different footer on the home page than he does on the inner pages. Wait.
Gotcha. That's the same for me. Not really sure.
Oh, sorry. No, my mistake. I'm on the I'm on one of these fake client sites, one of the Web 2.0s.
Oh, on the portfolio or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yes, that's fine.
The website itself looks pretty nice, but yeah, I feel like you're just going to want to pay a lot more attention, like SEO. Like, so look up like, you know, what is on-page SEO? You know, look, we have an article on links a lot the basics, like, you know, URL, title, H1s, H2s, stuff like that, getting our keyword in the content, making sure that each page is actually targeting a keyword. It looks like your blog articles
have images. I'm guessing they're probably AI, just at a guess.
Yeah, it's like walls of text, no images.
Everything is basically the same.
Yeah. So, it's definitely not a best practice. Can you get away with it because you're a service-based business, not like affiliate or ads? You might be able to, but I wouldn't want to do this. I know a lot of people, they think it's like, hey, like it's working good for e-com and service businesses, so we're going to spam our sites with AI. It's like,
Yeah.
why would you do that? Like, didn't you just see what Google did? You think they're not going to expand what they did to from like affiliate sites and ads-based sites to other things too? Like, I would not feel safe with that at all. But it is working for a lot of people right now. So I can't say, it can't work. But if it was a business I'd care about, I would just be a lot more careful than that, considering what we just saw happen.
You gotta say
HCU works
that
for.
in month number 2, like depending on how long this content's been up, it's like that. I mean, the site doesn't really have any traction going for it. Um,
Yeah, the blog articles also seem to be like really like general, like how to choose a business name, how to write a business plan. Um, it doesn't even really seem related to your service, which is essentially like web development, right?
mhm.
So I would want to be a lot, maybe later you could think about that stuff, but right now you want to show Google what you're about, which is about web development related stuff. So write about that. Like, you don't want to write about these general keywords. Not only are these keywords that you're trying to rank for even higher search volume and more competitive than when you drill down a little bit, but you're also kind of not confusing Google, but you're not really showing them that you're like an authority on a specific topic. You're not really getting that topical authority. You're just going kind of like all over the place, right? It's like in a bunch of different categories or buckets or whatever you want to call them. Um, but yeah, anything else to add, Nick?
Not really. Touching points, just I would stay away from AI content if that's what you're doing. I would definitely focus on putting a little more energy into those blog posts. And then, maybe just go back to the basics. You need a little touch up on maybe on page, maybe some eat stuff. And then I don't know what you've got going on as far as backlinks going, but there's nothing really hitting this site. We see 11 RD here. It's going to be hard to tell whether some of this content's going to rank or whether the site's going to rank without really like kind of pushing both angles.
All the links are junk. It's pretty much like kind of like spam stuff that people normally get.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, that like none of them have over like even like 1,000 traffic. Basically, all the links are just. It's like he hasn't done any link building at all, actually.
Yes.
So yeah, as far as link building, we've got a bunch of videos on this. You start with some foundational links, and then you're going to want to graduate to basically guest posts and link insertions, or maybe something like Haro, and just target your homepage. Very natural anchors. Don't try to be too aggressive or anything right now. You're at the very beginning, so just do your foundational stuff, then start doing your guest posts and link insertions to your homepage. But yeah, it looks like he hasn't really actually done any link building himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's only 2 months old or whatever. But yeah, there's, as far as like SEO goes, it's you're breaking a lot of the rules here.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Everyone starts here, so it's not. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just make the improvements, kind of drill down, get a little bit more focused, get a bunch more stuff on your website about your business. A bunch of the kind of trust stuff that we talk about all the time. Again, more videos on our channel for that. And then slowly start your link building. And then, make sure you're doing like your basic stuff like on-page optimization. You've done keyword research. You're trying to actually target different pages on your website, especially your most important pages, is like your service pages and stuff like that. The ones that are going to bring you the most money. Your blog articles, you can write your blog articles. That's just fine. But, like I said, drill down, be more specific about, your topic rather than the general stuff. But the most important pages on your website are going to be things like your service page. Like these are the core of your business, the pages that you really want people to land on and that are actually going to make you money. Like your blog could inadvertently make you some money, but let's be real, like the large majority of your money is going to come from people landing on your service pages, especially if you're trying to operate locally. But you do have like a job where you don't need to operate locally, so the blog could end up paying off for you a lot more. But in general, you just want to make sure that like the core of your website, your service pages are all set up properly. And because yeah, those are definitely the money makers. Anything else to add, Nick, before we move on?
If you're curious, go check out a couple competitors ranking in your city or a comparable city, or even more competitive city, really, and see what they're doing, and then just emulate that. Especially on the on-page factors, you can really just go look at competitors' websites and kind of emulate that. without needing any kind of fancy tool or anything like that, you know, so always a good place to start competition.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.